your ears and your faces because it's coming in hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 41 of Slightly Original. My name is PJ.
My name is Scott.
And this week, we're going to be coming at you hot with some news off the internet that we found earlier today. Talking about Castlevania, we're talking about Far Cry 5, and we're talking about the Retron 5.
What?
Scott!
Also talking about Destiny 2, Red Dead Redemption, and the Xbox Game Pass launching June 1st.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So happy to have you all back here on this wonderful Sunday night. Sunday at the Superdome. This week, brothers, we're going to be coming at you hot with some game news. You're not going to know what you're getting, but we're the cream, and the cream rises to the top, brother.
Oh yeah, brother.
Do you want these to do the voice?
Nah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, hey, thanks so much for coming by, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
So, hey, this week, Scott,
Yeah, this week, man.
let's talk about some news, okay?
Okay.
Let's get a little news. So, hey,
Sure.
coming at you hot off the presses, okay?
Sure.
Netflix.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, Netflix, did we touch on this on the last episode? Doesn't matter.
No, we didn't, because it was just announced.
Netflix is bringing a animated, anime-style Castlevania series to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, Castlevania has been out since the dawn of the NES. Okay, that was
Right,
actually one
since
of the
the-
first
since
games.
the 80s,
Since
yeah.
the 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Since like 85, 86, Castlevania has been around. It's been a very long-running series. There's been some high
Many
points.
iterations.
There's been some low points.
Yeah.
Castlevania N64. Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Masterpiece, right?
Symphony of the Night, y'all.
You know what I've been playing lately?
What's that?
So we're gonna talk about this a little later. The Retron 5, but I've
Yeah.
been playing the
Simon's Quest?
No, the ones on Game Boy Advance.
Oh, right,
Aria
right,
of
okay.
Sorrow and
Yeah.
Symphony of Dissonance.
Sure.
Yeah, or Symphony of Dissonance. I don't know what it is. I don't remember, but it's like a 2-pack on a Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
cartridge.
right. Okay, I never played those, but I think I know what you're talking about.
They're like less good-looking Symphony of the Nights.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Yeah,
They're a
I'm
ton
good
of
with that,
fun.
man.
Yeah, they're a ton of fun. We'll talk about that a little later in the show, but we have a trailer for you guys for the new Castlevania series. So let's go ahead and spin that up.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you hot, a new trailer. I don't know. We should have like a. Oh, I love the opening for this too, by the way. Where it's the NES.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me happy. Just make us smaller. It's okay.
Yeah, I should have just not included us.
That's fine. No, include us. That's how we get around those copyright claims.
There is a darkness upon the land. A savior is needed.
Who are you?
The man who'll kill Dracula.
Yeah, so guys, that looks super awesome. That's going to be coming to Netflix very soon.
July 7th.
Yeah, that's
July
that's
7th.
very soon. That came out of nowhere too. They announced
Yeah.
that like a month ago, and they're already bringing it, which is really cool. And it's Ari Shankar. Now, if you're familiar with anything else that he's done, he actually does a lot of like I mean, he's like a huge fan of video games and like older style like Power Rangers. Remember that
Yeah.
super dark, gritty like Power Rangers short with like James Vanderbeek?
Yeah, and Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, and Katie Sackhoff, exactly. Yeah, Ari Shankar did that.
Yeah, he also did the Punisher one with
Yeah.
Thomas Jane, where it's the laundry. They're in the laundry thing.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
cleaners
Ron
or something like that.
Perlman is in it too. He plays the disabled liquor store guy.
So good.
Yeah.
So
So it's
good.
like these alternate universe slash kind of extended stories of popular things. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's great. And I was just telling PJ because we were muted, so you guys can enjoy it because we, diarrhea of the mouth. But I don't particularly like anime, but I am gonna watch the hell out of Castlevania
Yes.
because I must have. On PS1, I played a lot of games on PS1, but Symphony of the Night was probably more hours than I've ever spent on any other game. Second to that would be Chrono Cross, but that's neither here nor there.
Chrono Cross?
That's neither here nor there. But
it is.
Castlevania, ladies and gentlemen, very, very flippin' cool. What's up, guys? How you doing? Just a quick shout out. Hey, Ray, what's up, man? Anyway, so the Castlevania, man. Thoughts?
So right off the bat, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it does.
This must have been in production for a while. I mean, he must have been sitting on this announcement for at least like a year, because it's done. I mean, it comes out in July. It's
Yeah.
done, right? So
And it's complete too. That's the thing about Netflix originals is they come complete seasons. So you just binge it.
yeah,
Binge it, y'all.
so excited. What is Castlevania and what it is about? Well, for the uninitiated, Castlevania is a long-running story. What?
Triggered.
Oh, no, it's all good. I mean, I don't know.
Man, I'm
Some
just
people-
kidding.
Some people don't know Castlevania, but seriously, what are you thinking? No, but Castlevania is it's a great story. It starts off like on the NES ones. It was, I believe, Simon Belmont is the first
the
character.
Belmonts.
It's the Belmonts. Yeah, it's one of the Belmonts, but they're
They're vampire hunters.
Yeah, they're tasked with destroying Dracula. So, in the first few games, you have to like go and like collect different pieces of Dracula to then put him together and then kill him again. But he comes back every 100 years. Castlevania is like his castle, and it comes back, and it is big, and you have to go through it, and it's kind of like a puzzler. So if you've ever heard of the style of game Metroidvania, it's that style game where it's a very like kind of opened up. Well, not opened up. It's like you have the map, right, and you move through it, and you get power-ups that then you can progress farther in the castle. So that's the weirdest way of explaining it, but
So yeah, it's basically think like 2D side scroller, right?
Yeah.
The classic Castlevania.
yes.
There's all kinds of monsters you're fighting. The Belmont family or a clan of vampire hunters who, yeah, again, like PJ said, tasked with killing Dracula. And then that's basically, it's all centered around Dracula and various people trying to kill him. He
Yeah.
keeps coming back because he's a jerk face.
He is. He's a dick, man.
He has a real, just big old bag of poop butts.
A poopy butt, man.
But yeah, it was originally released in September of 1986.
Wow.
So it is a long-standing series. I don't even countless iterations of the series through time, mostly on Nintendo and Nintendo products, but it has branched out since then to like PlayStation and etc.
Yeah.
And they just actually had on Xbox One, Symphony of the Night has been backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So you can get it on Xbox One right now if you like.
Yeah.
So.
It's only like $10. We got it on sale, but I'm telling you, when I say that game is like a masterpiece,
Yeah.
I no BS. It really is. It has great RPG elements, great exploration. Okay, story. The dialogue is garbage.
Yeah,
but
you gotta,
it's campy. But
okay, you got to remember though that it's originally Japanese, dubbed into English.
Yes.
So it's not the best.
What I'm saying is it
Yeah.
adds to the charm of
Yeah.
the game. But ultimately, it has wonderful RPG elements. And 100%, when you 100% the game, it's not the end. There's
Yeah,
a whole
it
other
doesn't stop.
100%. You can get
And
up
it's
to
upside down,
200% of exploring the castle. It's a very deep, compelling game that I would highly recommend anyone who is a fan of the Metroid games, exploration, 2D side-scrolling, action, platformer, party game. Go ahead and get it.
Yeah, please,
Please do,
please.
because it's on a lot of different systems. So yeah, so that's it. So Scott.
Yeah. So moving on from Castlevania, let's talk about the Far Cry 5 trailer that just came out this week.
Yeah.
Now I started watching it, but I didn't finish it.
Okay.
Something came up, and then I ended up doing something else, and I forgot to watch the rest of it.
wanna
So
show
when
it?
you guys we're about to watch the trailer now. What I know so far is that it takes place in Montana, in the United States, and that it has something to do with a religious sect that is kind of sect themselves off.
Just partition.
the partition themselves away from the
Yes.
government and etc. And they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Roll the footage.
Roll tape.
Roll tape. That was a piss poor explanation of that.
That was pretty good, man.
Trailer made from in-game footage.
Something is coming. You can feel it, can't you? You can feel that we are creeping towards the edge. I know that you were out there. And I know that you were in pain. For my children, I'm here to tell you that suffering is a choice, and you can choose a better path. We want you, we accept you, and we will take you, willingly or not. And some of you may fight, but in the end, you will thank us. I am your father, and you are my children.
The end is upon us! I shall lead you to the gate! For you are my children, and I am your father!
You have it. That would be Far Cry 5, available February 27th of next year. So that's exciting. We got some time to get some more information out there. So for those of you who do not know what Far Cry is an open world game that basically revolves around some sort of insanity going on. Far Cry 3 was you're in Africa fighting against warlords and getting like blood diamonds or something, and then the Far Cry 3 was some kind of religious island of like tribesmen, and then
Far Cry 4 was set in, I want to say, it was in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Nepal.
Yeah,
I think it was Nepal that it was set in. It was actually very good.
Which actually had what's the bad guy's name in that?
Spooky Man.
No, but it's played by Troy Baker.
Oh,
Ming, something
Wampus. Ming. Yao Ming.
Yao Ming? No.
No, I don't know. I don't remember. Let me look it up.
Yeah, look
the
at it.
meantime.
Pagan Men. There we go.
Pagan, yeah,
Pagan
that's right.
Men.
Oh, wow, man.
So
yeah.
anyway, it's very West Virginia-like. Yeah, a little bit. So it takes place in Montana.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was a religious cult. I should have opened with that. It is apparently a religious cult that takes over a town or maybe a county or something like that.
Religious sects.
And usually you are kind of the hero that, like the reluctant hero. It seems like that's kind of the theme in these Far Cry games. You just kind of show up.
I love that theme, though. That's fantastic.
Yeah, where you're just like, this is awful. I guess, the bad guys always want you to join them, but you're like, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing, and you end up fighting for the underdog, fighting for the resistance, that sort of thing. That has basically happened in most of the Far Cry games that I've played. I have not played. Okay. Disregard that. 2 takes place in Africa. My bad. I think I said 3. So 2 takes place in Africa. You're fighting against warlords and guerrillas. Not like Harambe, but like guerrilla fighters.
Okay, yo,
and then
shouts out, man. Today's 1 year.
1 year
Dicks
anniversary.
Out, guys. Dicks out.
So yeah, and then 3 is the tribesmen that you're on the island with, and then 4 is you're on vacation in 3.
Okay.
That's what it is. And then your friends are taken hostage and killed by these like fanatics, and then you join the tribesmen who are against the fanatics, sort of the unreluctant hero thing,
Right.
You're like a rich preppy kid that gets kind of sucked into this crazy civil war.
I mean, that's fine with me.
Yeah, and then number 4 is when you go to the Himalayas. You're there to spread your father's ashes, and then you find out that he was a resistance leader against pagan men and etc. So then you join the resistance in that. So anyway, anyway, that is the
Resistance.
quick history of Far Cry. But so this one looks really awesome. I'm definitely excited. Hello, what's up? Greetings from Finland. Ooh, Finland.
Finland. Hey, well, greetings from the USA. Thank you for
That's
stopping
right.
by.
Hey, thank you so much for that. So yeah, I mean that's basically it. So Far Cry 5 coming out in February of next year, which is going to be a lot of fun. So this is the synopsis of the game. Players will take on the role of a new junior deputy in Hope County, Montana, where players will become embroiled in an attempted takeover of the county by the Project at Eden's Gates, a doomsday cult. Matching Nikes and jumpsuits, everybody.
That's right. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Jonestown. So, things are happening over here. Included with the game, besides the full single-player game, is the ability to play the game through completely in two-player co-op. Ooh, and there's a map editor. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Nice. So, 4 you could play co-op. I remember that, but I never got to play co-op with anybody because nobody had the game. So
Really? Oh, you had it for Xbox.
I had to play with myself. So,
Oh,
which is
man.
always sad. Always a sad thing. Makes me sad on my insides. And I didn't play Primal because
It was boring.
Yeah, it
Take
didn't look
all
good.
of the fun elements of Turok and
and
remove
make it not
them.
fun.
Far Cry Primal, and it's $60.
Well, it looks like Nick Alligator is using some sort of Slavic language that I don't know, so Far Cry 5, blah, 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 question mark? The answer is no, absolutely not, and you should not kiss your mother with that mouth. So, I think they're pretending Primal doesn't exist. That's what I like to do, says Ben Howard 10K. Well, you're not the only one. I also heard they include a packet of Kool-Aid mix if you buy the Gold Edition. But if you buy the Gold Edition, you get Kool-Aid, sure, but you do not get all the DLC. That's separate in a season pass.
You don't get the exclusive content like the white jumpsuit, the Nikes, the white socks.
Right.
Yes,
That's in the
bowl
deluxe,
cut.
the absolute, like, the collector's edition. Comes
Okay,
with the jumpsuit.
That's the $10,000 collector's
Yeah,
edition where,
that's the one,
yes, it's
guys.
called the Initiate Collection.
The Initiate Collection.
Yes.
Yeah, $10,000 donation gets you a spot on the mothership. So
Yes, fly me to the moon, Ubisoft.
fly me to the moon. So anyway, little Sinatra for you.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's it. Far Cry 5. I like Far Cry, so I'm gonna play it.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
absolutely. Yeah, look, no, it looks great to me. I'm excited, man, because you know what? I enjoy, as much as like the Ubisoft formula gets mundane after a while, I do enjoy Far Cry games because you get that satisfaction of exploring that one little bitty area, and then over time the game gets huge.
Oh, it gets
There's so
massive,
much
yeah.
to do in all the little areas you can collect, you can craft. There's different outposts where you can go and shoot dudes, and now it's like, hey, now you can shoot cultists. What else in a digital space would you want to do besides shoot cultists? I mean, that's
Every
the dream.
time, all the
That's
time.
the dream to me. So
I completely agree with that.
yeah, I'm really excited for it. February is not too far off. to
No,
be
it's really
honest. I
not.
mean,
We're halfvay through
2017
already,
man. I
man.
can't believe
June's
that.
next week, and that's the halfway
Yeah,
mark.
and then July, GexCon. If anybody's in the Virginia area, the Northern Virginia area, Scott and I will be at GexCon up in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Why don't we just say it?
I don't know if are we allowed to?
I mean, we got the formal invitation.
That's true.
Why don't we just say it? Who
Say
cares?
it. All right. All right, you know what? Actually, let's say it at the end of the show, because then I
Okay.
won't be lying when I said that we had like a big thing to announce.
Okay, yeah, screw it. Why
Okay,
not?
yeah. Stick around to the end of the show because we have something very, very exciting to blow your minds with.
Yeah. And you know how, like, in the beginning of the show, we were kind of joking, like, oh, we'll tell them that there's something, and then there won't be anything, and then we'll
Yeah.
just cut it, and then, ha, 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 we'll laugh to ourselves, and you'll be like, what the frick, guys? We actually have news. We're not pulling your guys' legs.
Yeah, that's true.
Next Sunday, Xbox E3 press conference. I'm actually
Yes.
very sad about E3. We were going to go, and now we're not.
Yeah, but
So,
hey, guess
that's
what?
another story for another time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's true. But we're gonna do. I want to do something special. I don't know if we're gonna. Oh, everybody!
Scott needs a hug.
Scott is sad.
Yeah, we were about to go, and then, anyway, that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. No, we.
Done deal. So anyway, what happens next, PJ, on the show?
So we're going to be talking about the Retron 5.
Ooh, let's talk about the
It's
Retron 5.
older tech. It's been out for about a year and a half now, but it is a very cool piece of hardware. I got the website up here. I'm going to show it to you guys briefly, and then we're going to talk about it. I forgot. I have the controller downstairs. I was going to bring it up, but I forgot, and I don't think I set up a scene for that thing.
For the Retron?
I think this is it. There you go. Okay.
Retron!
So that's it right there. So that's the look. Okay, so the Retron 5 is exactly what it says. It's one console, 10 systems. It is compatible with, in the front, you can see the GBA slot.
Oh, yeah.
It also plays Game Boy carts. It also has NES, Famicom, Genesis, Super Nintendo, and then a couple other cool consoles as well that it's compatible with. It also has controller ports for every single one of those console generations controllers. So the coolest thing about it, and this is why I wanted to get the NES Classic.
Okay.
It's because it was HDMI compatible.
Sure.
So this thing upscales all of your like classic retro games into glorious 720p. They look stunning. It looks great. Like when I was saying, I was talking about Castlevania and playing that, and Castlevania on the Game Boy Advance, those two games, I never got a chance to play it.
Sure.
My brother had more money than me. He was working by the time those games came out, so he was always able to buy, and I remember him playing Aria of Sorrow and thinking, God, I want that game so bad. So now it's like I have the opportunity and I can play it on the TV.
Sure.
And I'm playing it with a Game Boy Advance controller too, or not a Game Boy Advance controller, excuse me, a Super Nintendo controller.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying to play these games, and to play them like on the TV. Another cool thing and some shady stuff that you're not really supposed to do with it, but there's ways around it. You can also run ROMs on it as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's cool. Not to say that I am. I don't do
avoid my
that.
warranty.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Screw it, man. ROMs, man. ROMs were a big thing when I was in college. That's like, I had like basically everything on NES, Super NES, and Sega on ROMs. And this was back in the day before they really put like a lot of firewalls and stuff on like school computers, because I would go in the library with my disc and I would just load them up from my desk and play, because I did work study in the library. So I worked there when I was in college. And I would just play ROMs all night.
That's awesome. What was your favorite one to play?
I would do a lot of I had GBA as well, or Game Boy Advance, so I would do Pokemon and stuff, and I would do like but I would play like Mario, 1 through 3. I would play Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
See, this was like 12, 13 years ago, so I can't really remember all of it. But I mean, the big ones were, Chrono Trigger, a lot of that one.
Yeah.
Old Final Fantasies as well.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say too, is I have a pretty decent cart collection anyway, so having to run ROMs is not really necessary, but it's cool. Enjoyable having the ability to do that. Now you can do it on pretty much like anything nowadays. You can run, like I downloaded an emulator onto my phone. Like it's that easy, and it was free too. There's a ton of games like Legend of Zelda. I just bought Final Fantasy 1 for the NES, and I was playing that. That game is hard. Hey, Nick Alligator, thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate that. Thank you.
That GIF, I keep forgetting about that.
I know. Yeah, thank you for that follow. But it's very, very cool, and it looks great. Now the controller that comes with it, I wish I'd brought it up. It's absurd. It's like,
well, you saw it on the picture when you brought up the
I'll go back to
Retron
it. Hold on, let me go back to it real quick. It's absurd. It's compatible. It works with every console. So in their defense, they got it. So
look at that thing. That's
this
like
is
everything
it right here. So it has all the buttons. Mainly, it's Genesis's fault because they had like 17 god dang buttons on that controller. So it was a nightmare controller. But it's not a D-pad. It's like a 8-axis thumbstick.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So it's not even like analog. It's garbage. It's light.
Yeah.
It's wireless, which is nice, but it's light. It's made of cheap kind of nasty plastic, and it's just, I don't know, it's not that great. So if you guys end up getting it, the console retails for $130 right now.
Okay.
And
you need the cartridges though. Like you need the classic cartridges to play it.
So here's the thing. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if anybody said it. No, because nobody really knows. I don't think.
I just wanted to put that out there so people don't go buy it.
Well, here's the thing: is in order, like I was saying, you need carts to run it. Now you see on the top.
Yeah.
It has the spot right up there. It has the spot for the carts in the top.
Oh, that's gunfire.
No, it was fireworks.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, shots out.
Trust me.
Okay.
I know these things.
So yeah, in order to run the ROMs, like I was saying, it's kind of a workaround. I don't know how people figured this out. I'm sure it was just somebody was just toying around with it, but you have to have the cart from the system that you're trying to run the ROM off of. So say like you want to run, like I'm playing Soul Blazer right now, and I put in my Mario Kart, and then you load it's what's called a patch, where if you have like, so for instance, this is actually really cool too. If you want to play like a Famicom game, it's in Japanese, right? You can download patches for that cart
to translate?
to translate it. which is really cool. Yeah. So I mean, if you
Amazing.
have, and this is cool too because there's a lot of games that were released in the U.S. like Mega Man X3,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 6, you know, Mega Man X2, all those like really super rare, expensive games in the U.S. You can buy a Japanese cart of that, which are way cheaper, and just download a patch and play the game, but you can have it translated to English. So it's actually really cool. So if you guys are interested in retro stuff, check this thing out. Like I said, it retails for $130. It is HDMI compatible.
That's awesome.
It looks great. It sounds great. There's a ton of different
Lots of different features, lots of different
Features.
plugins,
Yep.
lots of different things. It's got stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Go buy one.
That's right. Google.com/Retron5. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Scott, tell us about what?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up, because things are about to get crazy in the world of Destiny. You ready for it?
My body is ready.
Okay, good. Reggie's ready. I can see it in his eyes. Stop looking at me, Reggie.
He's ready. He's
I know.
literally- He's
Reggie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so Grimoire cards are being removed from
Thank
Destiny
God.
2.
Yes, we were just talking about
We
this.
were just talking about this. Once again, news broke here first, ladies and gentlemen. They are totally getting rid of Grimoire cards, and they are putting the story back into the game. There's no extra steps, no extra processes in order to find out what the frick happened during the Golden Age on Earth when the Traveler came, blessed us with his light, and then the darkness came and tried to steal it from us.
Rasputin. My name is Rasputin, and I am angry.
Rasputin, the angry computer! So, yes.
What
That's it,
what
guys.
was Rasputin actually? 'Cause I'm gonna-
Rasputin was a war mind. A war mind were a series of machines that were built in order to become either early warning for darkness attacks, or they were used to do battle tactics, devise tactics and battle plans, and basically take the forces of Earth and put them in the right spots, knowing like kind of through algorithms where the darkness was going to attack and when it was going to attack. And then the Rasputin was the last of the war minds, because when they were originally built during the Golden Age, so much time had passed and so many people were killed that they weren't maintained properly. You want to know how I know that?
How do you know
because
that?
I read the frickin' Grimoire cards. I
What a
read them.
nerd.
I know, right?
What a
Because I
nerd.
wanted to know.
Yeah, but why make it so you just can't experience the narrative like a normal story?
know.
Why do I have to go to Bungie.net, which they've been pushing Bungie.net since like 2005?
Yeah.
Back when it was like, oh, you could get all your results from Halo and everything.
Remember us?
Yeah.
Bungie.net?
Remember Bungie.net? Remember how cool Halo was? Remember Halo 6 when we weren't gonna announce it at E3? Remember when people wanted to play a Halo game on their couch, but we took that away from you in Halo 5? Remember? Remember Master Chief? So, yeah.
So anyway,
Shouts out to Bungie. Thanks, guys, for...
that's out the South Park.
I know.
Yeah, that's on the mobile app, the Destiny companion app too. Oh man,
I mean, I don't know.
I don't care. On my computer, on my phone, it doesn't matter, Dave. I still hated everything about it.
Yeah.
But I still read it. But I never forgot that I hated it while I was reading the history.
That's true,
of
yeah. As you're
Destiny.
saying, it's like, oh, I unlocked a new Grimoire card. Great.
All right, let's load up the app. Oh, that's right. I deleted it. Let's download it again because I want to find out what happened. I hate my existence. Okay, so yeah, no more Grimoire cards, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be in the story. The story's in the game, etc., so on and so forth. What's next, PJ?
Ooh, we're gonna be coming at you hot with some Red Dead Redemption news. It's great news if you guys aren't excited for the game. It's bad news if you are excited for the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed until
it's good then.
2018.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm okay with it, man.
Okay.
I am okay with games being delayed.
Sure.
And prime example, actually, well, no, not a prime example, because this game was delayed a bunch of times. It was,
The Division was delayed a bunch.
yeah, no, our favorite game from PlayStation. You remember No Man's Sky? Remember No Man's Sky when they promised all these cool features and then the game was not very good? Sean Murray, remember Sean Murray's Twitter? Remember?
Sean Murray's trying to forget Sean Murray's Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Shouts out to Sean Murray. No, I'm okay. I'm okay with games getting delayed when it serves a purpose. And when you have a game like Red Dead Redemption that is massive in scope.
Oh yeah, it's a huge game.
It not only is featuring a massive single player campaign, but you're also getting like GTA online type features in an online space. So you're getting these two insanely massive packages. What's up, Steph? In one, man. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the game. I'm crazy excited for the game. 2018 isn't that far away anyway, man. But it's an incredibly ambitious title, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it. It looked gorgeous in the trailer. We were gonna play the trailer tonight, but we've already shown it before. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, then I mean, just Google it.
Just Google it.
Just Google it.
Real quick, going back to Castlevania, Mirage Leonardo 84 says that we should check out the Kickstarter trailer for Blasphemous. It's similar to Castlevania Symphony. I think we've talked about that before. Haven't we talked about Blasphemous? I want to say that's familiar.
Yes, we have once or twice.
Because I mean, we are fans of classic Symphony of the Night, so anytime we hear anything about like games that are similar to it, we check it out. And I want to say, man, we have seen Blasphemous.
Well, there's a game. So Iga, I can't think of his full name, but he goes by Iga. He was the like lead designer on Symphony of the Night, like a lot of the Castlevania games.
Yeah.
For Konami. Konami?
Yeah, Konami.
Yeah. He branched off and is making his own game now that he just kickstarted. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but I mean, it's going to be in the same like style as.
I've been on. Yeah, we've seen Blasphemous before. I've been on this website before.
Yeah,
I remember it. So yeah,
and we've talked about it at least once or twice.
Yeah. So thank you, Mirage Leonardo. Appreciate that. But there's the link if anybody else wants to check it out.
I'm like your underwire bra, here to support you. You're here for us, holding us up, keeping us spread.
A regular over-the-shoulder boulder holder. Thank you so much, Steph, for all that support. It helps with our back because, you know, when you have large personalities,
that's right.
It's hard to stand up straight. Innuendo.
That's right.
So the Red Dead has been delayed to 2018 because, like you said, it's a massive game, massive scope.
Massive.
And what's great about Rockstar, what I actually really like about Rockstar, is there's no pressure for them to release games.
Oh.
So they're not like, they don't have a publisher hovering over them, breathing down their necks like, you got to get this out by Christmas, you got to get this out by whenever. They're like, you know what? We did say that it was going to come out around this time, but look, we need to make this game better, so we're gonna push it out to like a couple of months.
Yeah.
You guys cool with that? Oh yeah. Okay, then let's do it.
Then let's do it.
Not like, did I say Activision out loud? Because that's what I was thinking.
You did not.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't say Activision out loud.
Yeah.
Because that is Mass Effect Andromeda. That's the kind of things that happen in the world we live in today where...
Mass Effect is EA.
Isn't it? It doesn't matter.
Either way.
It doesn't matter.
What's the difference, right?
No. Not saying Activision pushed that out. What I'm saying is that publishers breathing down the necks of developers,
to make them push out their games when they're not complete.
It's more about the bottom line than it is about anything else.
Is that a thing? Is trying to make money at the expense of the consumer a thing?
It didn't used to be in video games. It did not used to be.
No, it didn't. Well,
you want to know why? We've been doing this show way too long.
Way too
Why
long.
don't you tell me why?
Well, this was what I was going to say, was because back in the days when consoles weren't internet connected.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, they didn't have the ability to
there was
patch
no patches.
it. They couldn't patch it.
The games had to come out complete.
High five, man. See?
Nailed it. Slightly original, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like we've been doing this show for a while. You couldn't patch the game. They released
there were
the
no
game,
patches.
like on a cartridge or on like PS1, PS2. PS2 finally maybe had the ability to patch games. When
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So, I mean, they couldn't do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Steph knows people over at Activision. I'm sure she knows all kinds of horrible stories.
I love secrets. Secrets. It's like there's been 41 episodes. I know.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, that's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, in case you were not aware, is because they can just patch it later. Who cares? Send it out as a broken piece of shit, and we'll just patch it later.
Yeah, which
who cares? People are still gonna buy it.
People are still gonna buy it.
Look at those pre-order numbers, guys. Our shareholders are gonna be super happy about that.
You know what else I saw too? Speaking of pre-orders, this is totally off topic. But we have a few minutes anyway. So Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 still have like 3 years left in development. So if you're thinking about like traveling to Japan and working for Square Enix, they are like desperate for people to work on that game for
Really?
Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, if you guys have any talent in game development whatsoever, Square Enix is desperate for help on Final Fantasy VII. They released a press release the other day where they were like, "Hey, please help, please help us." But anyway, so a little tangent. Cash Division. Oh,
Cash Division.
Whoa!
So moving on from Red Dead being delayed, let's talk about the Xbox Game Pass launching June 1. All right, so that's just Thursday of this week. Yeah, so upcoming Thursday, the Game Pass launches. Now, the Game Pass, for those of you who do not know, it's a subscription-based service on Xbox Live that includes 100 games that are going to be rotated out each month. So this is great for those of you who are kind of low on cash but want to experience new games. I mean, new to you, because they're not going to have brand new titles on there. But still, I mean, it's a good rotation of games. I'm in the preview program. I've seen, kind of what they have in store for it. So it's very cool. I might even do it because I used to do GameFly. You remember GameFly?
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know if
did
that's
that
still a thing.
For a
but
couple months. It might be.
So it's basically like that. There's going to be 20% off if you decide to buy the game. Like, the games are going to be rotated out, right? But if you if you play a game off the subscription, you're like, holy crap, this is awesome. You could buy the game at a 20% discount by being a subscriber. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So the games are not going to be streamed. I know there's been a rumor going around about that it's a stream service. It's not a download. You download the games like you're buying them, okay? Think of it like your free weekends or your demos. Or like your free trials.
Yeah, like on Steam does like a free weekend for a game. Yeah.
Like right now, Overwatch is the free on console. You can download it and play it for free right now on Xbox One or on PlayStation 4. So it's kind of like that, except you get to play it for a little bit, and it's radically different from PlayStation Now because you have the option to keep the games if you decide you want to later on. Now that's a hell of a deal actually, because I believe it's $14.99 a month. I don't know for a fact. Let me look that up.
I think it was $10 a month.
Was it? Okay,
yeah,
hold
when
on.
I was doing the research earlier,
Xbox Live.
But still, that's a steal either way, man. Access to 100 games. You don't have to stream it, so it's like just download it and then you can just play it. Versus PlayStation Now, where it's like, oh man, I'm paying what, like $30-$40 for like 3 months of access.
Right.
And you're streaming it, so it's like, oh hey, I have an unstable internet connection. Now this game's gonna look like hot garbage. The inputs are gonna be delayed. It's not gonna be good. I think Xbox is crushing it, man. Microsoft, I'm telling you, Microsoft has learned from their mistakes in this console generation. They came out of the gate cold as ice, man.
You're right, man. It's $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
I was mistaken. I think I was thinking about EA Pass.
That's why I was literally looking at it earlier today. That's why I had that in my memory. So
my mistake, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's $9.99. It's vastly superior, at least in my opinion, to PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now, not to say it's a bad service, but the fact that you can download the game versus having to stream it, I think puts it in the upper echelon of quality in my book. So
and it's not crappy games either, guys. It's really not. And check this out. If you do it now, because they're launching this week, you get a 14-day free trial. So,
yeah, that's true.
With no cost to you, all right? All you got to do is go in and sign up. It looks like they've got all the BioShock games. So I'm just going through the list, but just saying like games that I think are good. The original Borderlands.
Yeah. I think Halo 5
Halo 5's on there. Yep. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is a good game if you like those kinds of games. Fable 3 is going to be on there.
Farming Simulator 15.
All of the Gears of War games, to include the remastered Ultimate Edition that came out very recently, which I have, is awesome.
Snap.
Halo 5, yep. Halo Spartan Assault is also on there, the real-time strategy. Spartan Assault's a different one.
What about Scalebound?
Scalebound. I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, this is alphabetical order, so let me get to the S's.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a second.
Resident Evil Zero's on there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. I love Sam & Max. Sam & Max Save the World. Those are fun games. Soul Calibur Explosion Man. That's a fun game. What else? Terraria is also a good game. The Swapper looks interesting in art style. Toy Soldiers, Viva Pinata, XCOM Enemy Within, if you like this kinds of games.
Was Scalebound in there?
Scalebound was not in there.
Okay,
no, I
no
didn't see it.
Scalebound. But here's the thing, though. Here's the cool thing about the service is that they're rotating the games monthly.
So there'll be new games.
Yeah, if there's a game on there that you're, wanting or whatever, tweet at Xbox, tweet at Major Nelson, let him know if that's something that you're interested in. It can't hurt to do it, but I mean, just patience, really. Galaga is great.
Galaga is good.
Shouts
Oh
out
yeah,
to
and
Galaga.
Scalebound was canceled. It's no longer in development,
Oh,
according to
I
the
don't even know.
audience.
I'm not even familiar with it.
Something to do with dragons.
Dragon JRPG from last year E3, it got canceled. Well, hey Nick, sorry about that. Canceled.
I'm
I thought
sorry,
they
Nick.
re-upped the trademark on it actually. Or am I mistaken?
I don't know. I don't know much about it. I saw the trailer and it was like, meh.
Well, speaking of Dragon JRPGs, well, it's actually a Western RPG. Remember Dragon Age?
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age from
From
your,
BioWare?
From your friends at BioWare. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're talking about there's another one, I guess, in development.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you know, I like BioWare games, but I just couldn't get into that one, man.
Dragon Age? I
Yeah.
thought that was one that you talked about that you were into.
No. I mean, most of the BioWare games that I'm really into were obviously the Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2.
The Mass Effects 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1, 2.
And, you know, I tried to play Andromeda again, man, and I got bored. I got really bored
I
of
haven't
it.
even touched it.
Yeah.
Dude, I played the first 10 minutes and I was like, this is...
Well, I was playing
Not
after
fun.
the massive update they had, and hoping that the issues that they were having were fixed, and some of the animation was fixed, but it was still kind of boring. It doesn't have the same. There's not that sense of urgency or sense of danger that the original series had.
Oh my god, yeah,
You know,
dude.
like you always felt like you have to go to this planet and save these people, otherwise the Reapers are going to get them, or you know the whatever is going to get these guys, Cerberus or whoever. And there's always an urgency, but now it's like, yeah, we're in a new galaxy. There's some bad guys. I don't know. Like, I guess we can go and explore other planets. I don't really know what we're doing anymore.
Here's a question for you,
Yo.
though. Let me pose this to you. Do you think that's a testament to how good game design has gotten to where we've shifted away from that and they just can't... Do you think that they can't, I'm trying to think of exactly how I feel about this. Like reimagine and recreate that feeling that you had in those original games. Do you think they'll ever be able to do that again? Or is that something that was just specific?
No, I think that they'll be able to
think they
recreate
could
it. I
redo it
think that
again?
they just didn't put the effort into this latest iteration. Because, I mean, you can still play old games like the Knights of the Old Republic and all that and still feel very, good about the story and all that. Very good about, all this other... Even the original Mass Effect, you can jump on there now and still feel the same way.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with... being able to capture or recapture how you felt about it. It's all in the delivery of the story and the pacing of the missions.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
So-
So shouts out. Good night, Steph. Thanks for hanging out.
Shouts out to knowing stuff.
Yes, we have heard of Call of Duty World War II, Nick. We talked about it on one of our previous episodes. We're excited for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I've pooped on Call of Duty for years, but I've always enjoyed the original World War II
World
Call
War
of
II
Duty.
feels are something that are very... I don't know, the futuristic thing, I'd rather play Halo than play something futuristic in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So, we're tracking it. We're excited for it. Games need a sense of urgency, otherwise you lose your audience. That's very
Exactly.
correct. Yeah, you
Yeah.
weren't. That's right on. That's the nail.
My
right on the
sister,
head.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
coming in with the
correct.
knowledge.
Very, very true. It's hard for developers to surprise us these days, and that's what I was getting at. Thank you, Lastasha. That's exactly what I was getting at. Are we getting to a point where it's like we, as gaming consumers, have seen everything? Like we've seen all the same tropes, we've seen all the same different plot points and twists and turns and styles of game. That's why I feel like retro is coming back. That's why I see
Well, you got to think about video games the same way you would think about television, movies, and more importantly, books. Books have been around longer than any other medium, right?
right.
So, I mean, right now I could pick up a book and be completely surprised by it. Books are the basically the kind of the foundation of entertainment in terms of using your imagination and your creativity to kind of I guess excite yourself, get yourself hyped up about something that isn't real and doesn't exist.
Right.
And then later on, television, movies, video games, right?
Yeah.
So books are kind of like the baseline showing you that, yes, new ideas are out there, new things are out there. But unfortunately, television, movies, and video games seem to be lazy because they're all about making money, not about entertaining their people. Authors don't make a lot of money. They're there to entertain their readers, right? So the stakes for visual entertainment are higher because of the millions/billions of dollars they could make from it. So they want to push
That's-
that out more.
Absolutely.
So they don't put the effort, they don't put the time that somebody writing a book would do.
well, now that's
Even though it's kind of the same thing.
right, and I agree with that to an extent. Obviously, it's
Okay.
a generalization.
Sure. Oh, no, it's a
that
huge
there's
generalization. Yeah.
developers out there that really do, like a good friend of ours, JC Salinas from
Yeah, JC.
Ask an Enemy Studios. Check him out. Yeah, love you, love you.
Oh, sorry, that was weird.
No, do it again.
I don't want to. They saw me. They saw me the first time.
Yeah, he has put so much effort into this game. He's doing it by himself. It's an incredibly fun game. It's engaging. It's unique. It's new. It's exciting, and it's that passion. I think that just is necessary to make these wonderful game experiences. It's just, I don't know. He's not doing it for the money. He's doing it because he loves it, and it's something that he's passionate about. So, and I think that's something that I wouldn't say is missing. But
Okay, I'll agree with you that it's there, but this goes back to the publishers versus developers
yes,
conversation.
yeah,
Publishers, for the most part, are suits, right? They are
yeah.
the same thing as movie executives, television studio heads, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're there for their shareholders. They're there for the bottom line. They want the product out as fast as possible because they think they're going to make money faster that way. So then the artists, the developers, the people who are actually making it, don't have the luxury of time that an author does to write the perfect book, to plan everything out, to make it exactly how they want to make it. They have a finite amount of money and time and team to make this happen, and they do the best they can. And we're not trying to poop on developers or anything like that, but they don't have time. There's no time for it because it's like, oh my God, like Ubisoft is pushing out a new Assassin's Creed every year, or they were, right?
Yeah.
You saw how it suffered. The first one was great in story. Okay, the second one was pretty good. I mean, I like the Italian Renaissance and all that, but it kind of went up and down. But I mean, basically after Assassin's Creed 2, with the exception of Black Flag, it just kind of went down.
Yes.
Down, because they were putting them out faster.
Now, here's the thing, man. This I'm going to touch on this, and then it's probably time to
Yeah, it's time to
cut the
out.
show short. But support your local indie developer, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Give your indies love. If you're playing indie games, tweet at them, let them know that like you're enjoying their games. Give them feedback.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest thing, man, is support indies, because those are the guys that are out there grinding, doing these game development experiences, and they're doing it by themselves, man. And that's such I can't even imagine like the stress of doing that by yourself, man, and he's crushing it. So if you aren't following, make sure to go check out Ask an Enemy Studios. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, let me
check him out on
real
Twitter.
quick.
He's a wonderful human being, and his game is wonderfully put together and just fantastic.
Yeah, he's our best
So,
friend.
He is, absolutely.
There's his Twitter. Go ahead. And also another thing that people don't tend to do, if you're playing a game on Steam that is early access or it is an indie game, write an honest review about it. All right, get in there, write reviews wherever you can, whether it's on Xbox, because you can do that. You can write reviews on Xbox, but
Yeah.
I would suggest going on Xbox.com to do it. Otherwise, you're going to spend a long time with your controller trying to write out a review. Game good, game not good. I like game. It was fun. Make it. Try to be thoughtful when you're doing it, because they thrive on those numbers.
Yes.
And they thrive on that feedback. If you go on Reddit and talk about how crappy a game is, the developer will probably never see it, to be honest, unless you're doing it under their
on their own
Reddit.
subreddit.
Right. Get out there, let them know. Let them know honestly how you feel. And if you think there's something bad in the game, say, I did not like this, but here's something else you could do. Give suggestions, give positive, constructive feedback, because saying a game is shit isn't going to make it better. All right.
True.
So get out there, make sure you guys are writing reviews for stuff wherever you can, and give these indie developers the attention and love that they deserve, because they are working very hard on these games.
Yes.
And
And the main concern is it fun, but that's the thing. If it's not fun, I mean, then you don't have to play it. But
That's true.
there are so many indie game developers out there that are putting in the work and putting out fun games that never get talked about. And I don't know. There's a lot of them that like really, really need some love. Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. Yeah, that actually, I'm interested in that game. I played the first one. I have it. Looking forward to it. Lego games in general are like a guilty pleasure game.
I do like Lego games.
Yeah,
man.
it's
They're
a
lot of
guilty
fun.
pleasure, man. I had a ton of fun with Lego Star Wars.
Well, you know it's free on Xbox right
newest
now,
one.
right?
I have it on PlayStation.
Oh, okay, yeah, the complete
and
saga
I
thing.
played it, and I loved it, and I just want to let you guys know that I love you. And that's, my friends, is the end of the show.
Oh my God, it is the end of the show, isn't
It's
it?
the end of the show. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
We hope you had fun, because it's been fun for us. I don't do this very well.
No.
So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. This is Slightly Original, episode 41. My name is Scott.
My name is PJ.
And we hope that you liked the show. If you did, go ahead and hit follow if you're not following already. Yeah, go ahead and hit it. That little heart, you touch that little heart, you touch our little hearts.
That's right.
And then we all become best friends.
The little heart is in my pants. Spoiler alert.
Oh my Lord Jesus. So go ahead, hit that button. We do this every Sunday night.
We got an announcement.
I know, we do have. What's the announcement, friend?
No, you make the announcement.
you
I'm
make
too
the
excited.
announcement.
You make it.
You make it.
Scott and I, so guys, we've been teasing this for a little while now. We've been working on the back end of it, trying to make sure that it's all finalized, it's all good to go. Scott and I will be... I don't want to say it. I'm so
We're
excited.
hosting a convention.
We're hosting a convention. So Scott and I are going to be center stage at GexCon. That's why we've been talking about them for... That's where the show started.
That is where the show started, actually.
We started the show at GexCon. Now we're going to be hosting it. We're going to be in center stage. We're going to be live streaming the entire event. There's going to be interviews. There's going to be conversation with cosplayers, with random individuals walking through the show floor. It's going to be a hoot, okay? We're going to be live streaming it on Operation Supply Drop's Twitch, correct?
Yes, Operation
Yes.
Supply Drop Twitch.
Yes.
As well as Slightly Original Twitch.
Yes.
We'll do it on both.
Yeah, we'll be doing it
Yeah.
on both. It's going to be a hoot. It's going to be awesome. Scott and I are super excited. It's wild that we started, and now we're going to be hosting that convention. So it's going to be a ton of fun. We hope that you guys come and join us. If you guys can actually make it in person to the convention, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But you guys can see us there for the whole weekend. It'll be 2 days. So
Yeah, it's in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
yes.
So if you can get there because we're going to be hosting the event.
What? Yeah. So I don't know. It still hasn't really like. Thanks, Ray. Yeah. It's gonna be July. I got the dates on my.
Oh
phone.
God,
It's
I
all
don't
on
know.
my
It's
phone,
July
yeah.
something. July 8th,
Yeah, we'll be tweeting it out.
7th and 8th, I think.
Yeah, we'll be tweeting it out more as it gets closer
Yeah, we'll let you know.
to the date. But we'll keep you guys posted on that. So if you guys can make it, we would love to see you and meet you and have
Yeah,
a little,
we'll be there.
little slightly original meetup and hang out with you guys. But yeah, the 7th and 8th. Thank you.
Or I'm sorry, 8th and 9th. I'm an idiot. 8th and 9th.
Rob just came in the 7th and 8th.
Yeah, well.
Well, either way, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're very excited.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
I can't even believe it.
So this is something we've known for like a month.
Yeah, we just haven't been able to talk about it.
Yeah, we weren't too sure when would be an appropriate time to talk about it, but so yeah, whenever. So it's July 8th and 9th, guys, in Fredericksburg, Virginia, at the Fredericksburg Convention Center. Technically, I'm a co-creator of this show, said
you?
Rob. You know,
wants
technically
his
he's not
credit.
wrong because we streamed on Rob's computer when we first did the first
Yeah, we
Slightly
did.
Original,
They
before it was Slightly Original.
They ran off to Wegmans and just left us with the computer, and we were like,
Oh yeah, we'll be back, guys. And then we're sitting there like, "Hey, everybody at home, my name is Scott, and this is
guess I'm
PJ.
PJ. I don't know what we're doing.
We're at a convention. There's stuff over here. My hands.
Which
don't
is
know what to
hilarious,
do.
guys. If you want to go back and just for like a goof, man.
I don't even think it exists anymore, man. The VOD.
No,
Or-
not the VOD for that, but I was gonna say go back to like our first couple episodes of the
don't do
show,
that.
and then like
Don't
watch
do that.
this when it comes up on YouTube. And
Don't go back
tomorrow.
to the first. Don't go back to the first episode.
It's really good. We were like this.
I know we were at one computer, one desk before we had like the chairs and stuff
Yeah.
set up. And it was like
Hot.
it was hot because it was summertime. We didn't have air conditioning up here. We're sweating our asses off trying to get the news to you. Well, actually, we didn't really have a platform on the first couple of episodes. We were just like kind of going on there and talking about random stuff. Wasn't it?
I don't even think we
Yeah.
made show notes. I think it was just kind of like,
Random.
yeah, it was just random. It was like whatever we wanted to talk about. We just kind of
Yeah.
sat there, and I was just like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that Wegmans hype.
goofing. Wegmans hype. Oh my god.
You have footage of the very first show, Rob, from GexCon?
Bring it out,
Dude, if you have it, man, you got to let us have it because
You
then
got-
we'll put it up on the website.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up on a reel. Also,
Oh yeah, we have a website, guys. Did you know that?
yeah, we have a website. So let's talk about that real quick. Let's cut this show because we are
Overtime?
over time.
Whatever.
So,
Who cares?
gang, we have a website, slightlyoriginal.com. Okay, it's your one-stop shop For all slightly original gaming, news, talking, words, we have Spartan Dave who writes for us. We have the Fardake who writes for us. Myself, Scott writes on there. Shar71, my brother, we got him writing for us. We got reviews, we got news, we got all sorts of other wonderful stuff up on there. SlightlyOriginal.com. We also have our YouTube.
Yeah, we do. Our YouTube.
That's right, youtube.com/c/slightlyoriginal. We have our own URL. We're kind of a big deal. We're YouTube partners.
That's how you know it's serious.
So
guys.
that's how you know it's serious. We're kind of a big deal on YouTube. Subscribe. We have tons of original videos that we only do on YouTube that you can only see there. Unboxings, first impressions. We also have our YouPorn channel, www.youporn.com/xxx/BOOB/slightly original, where we have nudes, interviews with ourselves and the nude, and all sorts of other stuff like that. In addition to that, is that the YouTube or is that the YouPorn?
Doesn't matter. No, it's the YouTube, but it was the wrong link. I mean, you can use that link, but that's like,
Yeah, that's our old link.
yeah,
Still
it
links
still
to
works.
us, but yeah, and we're also on Twitter. We are also on Facebook. Check us out. We're all over
We're on
social
everything,
media.
guys.
So
We're on it all.
again, thank you everybody so much for hanging out and enjoying this show with us week to week. We love it. We love that you guys
We
come
do.
back and hang out with us. It means the world. It gives us the feels all deep inside our tum-tums.
Yeah, it does.
Scott, what do you got, man?
I got nothing, man. You said it all.
Thanks.
Nothing I can add.
Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
again, if you guys haven't followed already, thank you, the old Nick Alligator.
We do have shirts. I'm
That is
wearing one, and
true.
PJ's
Oh my
wearing
god,
one.
that's right. Yeah, thank you. So we also have merchandise. If you go to slightlyoriginal.com,
Go to
at
the
the
store.
top right, there is a link for the store. We have shirts, we got hoodies, we got undergarments. Just kidding, we don't have undergarments.
We could, though.
Or do we? That's on our YouPorn store. So check it out. We have tons of great stuff for you guys. But we do this every week, Sundays, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, click that follow button. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. My name is PJ,
My name's Scott.
and we are Slightly Original.
That's true.
We'll see you next week.
That we will. Good night, everybody. See you next time.
You know what?
What?
I loaded the wrong scene.
You loaded the wrong scene.
Well, I loaded the wrong